Hi there, welcome. So today is another adventure ride. It's a training ride, kind of per se. It's almost all gravel, and it's going to be about a 60, maybe 55 to 60 mile ride. So right now for training, it's a lot about just having my butt on the saddle and getting those legs going and working myself up to where I can handle, several hours on the bike easily. Mostly saddle comfort. Anyway, adventure. Yeah, it's going to be an adventure. I have a route picked out, but it would not sync to my Wahoo Element, so I don't have it on my dashboard. And but I have the route running on my Strava, which means I'll have to keep pulling my phone out. Whatever, it's no big deal. Well, sometimes it's a hassle, but my training partner here today, he knows these routes really well. And he's like, is that the route where we rode with so-and-so a couple years ago and all the sand? And I'm like, I don't even remember. So, we just go out there and we just make the best of whatever the route throws at us. Sometimes we have to bushwhack, but most likely we'll probably encounter a lot of sand. So, because it's going to be on Forest Service roads, seasonal roads, 2 tracks, and but we had some rain, so I'm hoping the gravel right now isn't dusty, so that's nice. So I'm hoping if there is a lot of sand, that's going to be hard packed. But I thought I'd video because since we haven't done this route in a long time, I'm sure it's going to be an adventure, and I'm sure we're going to see some awesome stuff, and I'm sure there's going to be some funny moments. So I thought I'd let you tag along with me today. It's a beautiful day, blue skies. I'm short sleeve and shorts, short sleeve and shorts. So it's about 60 degrees. I think it's going to get up to in the mid 60s today. Very light winds. So a lot of stuff is in our favor. So here we go. So one of the things that we come across on our route today is this little bridge that crosses over this sweet little creek. Looks like beavers have been busy. Hopefully that doesn't get bigger or gets taken care of. It crosses over or under and flows out. Now I have a lot of sentimental value attached to this creek. Here's our first adventure. So we'll see if this affects our route. So they're redoing a bridge down there, and our route goes straight anyway, so we didn't have to worry about finding a detour. All good.
Just within the last week and a half.
Yes, they have. Crazy how that happens.
Last time I was in the woods, there were no leaves.
And sometimes it's just like overnight.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh. So green. Okay, there was a day when I would take all those water holes as a challenge and try to get through them. When I had 4-inch tires on and I was a little bit younger and I didn't care so much if I fell in muddy water. But you know, today's not that day. And this is what happens a lot of times here in our area. We'll be riding on gravel, even if it is a snowmobile trail, and then we'll come up on this deep pockets of deep sand. Fortunately, we're both riding plus size tires, but it still makes for a challenging ride. And of course, it always happens when we're going uphill. Woo! Not as bad as what it could be and what we have come across on many rides past. Almost to the top. And we'll see what the downhill looks like. And then, oh, more climbing. I do not think you can fully appreciate how steep that is from my camera angle. But deep sand, nice big climb, and I can see lots of sand at the top up there that we're gonna have to maneuver through. Yeehaw! Well, we made it through. That lasted for about 2 miles. Some good hills. Up and down. We didn't have to walk through the sand. It was deep, but I think that because we got some fresh rain not too long ago, that it's not as deep and loose as it usually is. But these trails are also open to ATVs, and unfortunately our environment around here, it's very sandy. So it doesn't take much to tear it up, you know. But what they've been doing in many places lately is, they have been putting stabilized gravel, is that what you'd call it, Doug, on the roads?
Yeah, stabilized road gravel.
Yeah, so I think maybe they're doing it to support the higher levels of ATV use in our area, which is lovely for us, especially cyclists that ride on these trails as well. So keep that in mind if you're in Wexford County and you want to do some gravel adventure riding on snowmobile trails. The last time we did this section, we did it with our good friend who rode his gravel bike, and he walked almost that whole entire section because he could not get through the sand on his bike. Speaking of ATVs, here comes one now. They look like a lot of fun, but I prefer my two wheels. So anyway, we made it through. Now we're on a connector road, so we'll check in with you. He's gonna have a lot of fun going up that sand because I think that's just like part of it. I think they just like churning up sand and getting after it up there. But unfortunately, the damage it does can be quite extreme. So here we are. We're on a major gravel road again. We're still on the snowmobile trail, but now this section of the snowmobile trail has that gravel on it, so it's more hard packed. So the riding should be a little more pleasant now. So we're at a crossroads with our route today. I got a fly on my leg. Oh. Anyway, so we decided that we're going to deviate from the route that I had mapped out and chose for today because we're having flashbacks of riding this route before and it not being pleasant at all, just mainly because of the deep sand. And when it gets so deep, it's just unbikeable, and that just takes the joy out of biking when we have other options. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, and because we know the area so well, and we have our GPS systems going, we're just going to turn around and then make up our own route as we go back. But this is part of adventure riding, and you're better off if you go out with that mindset. It's all about being on the bike and spending time in the saddle. And if things aren't going the way you want them to go and you make changes mid-ride, who cares? And that's why I like riding with the people I do, because it's okay. And we just go with it and adapt and enjoy the ride. So we're going to turn around, go back, and the road in front of us looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to turn the camera on and show you. We're going to ride on that. Doesn't that look fun? Here we go. This is very nice.
I think it's nice and firm and all downhill.
There we go. And another bonus about biking out here, this is in the Manistee National Forest. There is a plethora. I've been practicing that word for a long time now, and I'm like, I want to use it. Okay, so there's a plethora of Forest Service roads that you could just turn on and see where it goes. And me and my friends have done that in the past. We come out with no route, we just ride and, hey, let's go down here, see where it ends. And sometimes it ends at a dead end. Sometimes it ends at an awesome spot to have coffee. You just never know. So that's another joy of coming out and just adventure biking and just exploring. And just make sure you have, all your supplies with you, food, hydration, stuff, fix a flat and all that stuff. And just spend the day exploring the woods on your bike. So here's one of the Forest Service roads, and we're gonna go down and check it out. As you can see, there's no motorcycles or ATVs allowed on this trail. So we're gonna go and go down there and see where it goes. Doug and I have ridden almost every Forest Service road out here, so I'm sure we're bound to come upon something that we recognize. But yeah, so this is part of the exploring part of adventure riding. So let's go down there and see where it goes.
We were at this corner once.
Were we?
Last time we tried to go up. Last
Oh,
time we tried to go up 35, we throw it on that spur right there. I don't
okay.
remember if we turned right or left.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
I'm gonna say we turned right.
Okay, we just stopped for a snack break, and I realized I grabbed the wrong phone charger to charge my phone up. So I don't know how much more I'm going to video of the ride, but I think I got enough. We're almost done, so I'll check in at the end. But so far, doing good. We're just over 20 miles, so really we're only halfway. But god dang, seems like every time I go out to do something, I'm always forgetting something, leaving something home. Last video I did was this long ass paddle, and I forgot my food. Today I grabbed the wrong freaking phone charger. Oh well, could be worse. I don't care, because you know what? I'm on my bike, the skies are blue, and really, that's all that matters to me today. Okay, so we're about 31 and a half miles. I don't know if you can see behind me or not, but to the west of us and to the south of us, the skies are getting pretty dark. And rain wasn't supposed to move in until about 7 o'clock tonight, which ideally we should have 3 more hours. But hey, in northern Michigan, the weather is so unpredictable. So we are turning around and heading home. We have about 9 to 10 miles to go. We're averaging about 9 miles an hour. So hopefully we can beat the storm. Sometimes it's better just to get off and walk around when there's not much clearance. Well, here's the rain. We did not beat it, but we only have, hopefully, 5 miles to go. You know, usually we all own very nice rain gear, but when you think you have so much time in the day to get your ride in, and you go with that, you pay the price. So, lesson learned. If there's any chance of a rain system moving in at any time during the day, even if it's probably 2 or 3 hours after your ride is done, always pack rain gear. I'll pass that on to you. So we did not beat the second round of rain. We're getting close though. Oh, this one's a little heavier. A little more of a downpour than the last one. But I can see the end in sight. So we only have maybe 2 miles to go. So almost there. I just thought you'd like to know that we did not beat the second round of rain. You know, and that's what training's all about. You just gotta spend time in the saddle and work your way up. So I think my longest ride, you know, I ride around 4 hours, and you know, that's what I do. You just gradually increase your time on the bike to get yourself trained up for sitting on the saddle and get your legs used to pedaling and pushing for time. So I know when I do my bike packing trip, I know I'm going to be averaging probably about 6 to 8 miles an hour. 8 if I'm lucky. Fully loaded bike, a single track, gravel roads. So I know that in a day, if I'm going to ride 35 to 40 miles, that's how long I'm going to be on the bike, in the saddle. So I train myself up for time more than miles. So I know if I'm going to average 9 to 10 miles an hour, that I know I need to plan a route that's at least 50 miles. So I get my time in the saddle. So even though we didn't do the 55 or 50 miles, I'm at 41 now. So by the time we get done, we'll probably be at 43. But 5 hours in the saddle. So my training objective was met today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And if you're training for an adventure, keep up the good work. Get out there and do it. And rise up, reach, and reconnect.